Hey guys, we are going to create a database in Linux, creating Oracle database. So here I have started by login Oracle user by typing so space hyphen Oracle and then entered my password, and then after entering the Oracle user, I have to enter in SQL plus. So I type the command SQL plus slash as DBA, but I just made a mistake because I typed the S pass instead of SQL plus. So I have to correct it, and then after I entered in SQL because I was not sure that it is on, so I have to shut it down first and then start it up again in order for not making it to disturb my operation. So after starting the SQL plus, I just had to first see the databases, pluggable databases that are in my Oracle. So I have seen these three ones, and then I had to create a new one. So I typed this command called create pluggable database, and here my database, I will be naming it my middle name Rutaisire. So, and after naming the database, I just had to create the admin user of that database, which I called root user, and then identified by the password. And then after give it the password, I just have to make a file path that the database will be located, and then add the name of the database that will be located in that place. So after I placed the enter, and then the database was created. So I was going to make a user. First of all, I just had to see if the database have been added in pluggable databases I have in my database. Yes, it is right there, but I see the database, so I just have to open it so that I can create a table, insert into a table. So I have entered in it by typing a letter pluggable database, and then put the database name, and then add the word open and then semicolon. Yeah, my database is called Rutaisire. So, and then after the database was alerted, and then after I just have to set a container so that I can create a user to put in that container by typing a letter session set container, and then it will be equal to my database name. Yeah, which means I'm going to set something to be used by my database. So, and then after I put the semicolon and then place it enter, and then after enter, you see that my session is alerted. So now I'm going to create a user for this database inside the database, and then so just to create a user here, it's just a normal create user, and then username identified by password, and then press enter. So as you can see, yeah, my database have been created. I mean my user, sorry, my user have been created with my user is called user root, and the password is 123. So after creating a user, I have to create a table, because in Oracle database, you just have to create a user first and then create a table after. And then after, I just have to grant the user first to the DBA called root. And then, yeah, the database is called root, I say, and then by mistake, I have typed, yeah, root. So I just have to correct that error. yeah, grant succeed, as you can see. So that on this step, that is where I have to create the user. But the user, you at the first I have to connect to the user I have created with my database. So, and on the port I have connected so that I can run it smoothly. So I just have to type SQL plus and then username slash the password albaz localhost, and then the colon, and then after type the port, which is the default one, 1521, and then put slash and then put the database name and then add semicolon. So here the problem was that my listener was not on, so I just have to fix it by pressing listener control start, and then after press enter, as you can see my command have been successful. So I just have to repeat the same command, like to connect user of database he or she will use by typing SQL plus user root, that is my username I have created, and then slash password albaz localhost, and then the post, and then the database name. So, and after put press enter, and after pressing enter, automatically I just have to be in SQL, yeah, as you can see. So after being back in SQL, so now I can create a table. So to create a table, it's just normal SQL commands like create table. Here my table, I will name it like, okay, maybe in table like member, and then after creating that table, as you can see, the table with attribute number and then names and then gender, it is created. So after that, I just the task was to create the two databases. So in the two tables, of course, in the one table in each. So I think the steps are the same. So let me show you how I have done the second one. Yeah. So the second database, I just have to name it with my the other name called Shimo, and then the user. Yeah, the steps actually are the same. The user, and then after creating a user, I give it file name, convert path, and then after give it a path, I press enter, and then it runs successfully. And then after creating a table, I just have to ariter it and check if the it have been aritered, and then I have seen that right now. And then after seeing that, I just have to create a session, and then after creating a session, I created a user, and then after creating a user, I just have to turn on my listeners, and then after to turn on my listeners, I just had to, after turning on the listeners, I just have to connect the user with the database, and then after database I created a table called student, and then after creating a table, that's all. I just have to move to the other task, which was to create a template. So, to create a template, you just have to use DBCA, and as we all know, we just have to first set that the DBCA have to be silent, and then create the template. Our template will be called the other name called Ines, and then after we succeed, that is all the task I have been assigned to do. So at the end, I can say we have done all our tasks. Thank you. Thank you.